Anyway, I have done my best to prepare for this today because uh, the Ngondro practice, it's deep, it's profound. And the studies that I've been doing in conjunction, I was very attracted to a book. Actually, it's a typewritten typewritten set of almost 500 pages commentary of Atara Puja that is Gelugpa, it's all the levels of tantric experience. Fascinating. It's by Lama Yeshe, and it's not available. It was just one of his students happened to have it and was kind enough to make a copy for me. The pages are all mixed up, but there's so much important information there. So I will probably get around to some of that because it's very exciting. But first, I'm going to cover the Ngondro practice and get all the way through it today. The other piece that has been very inspiring is Ken MacLeod has a whole section of his website devoted to talks about Mahamudra. And there was some beautiful poetry. At least it appealed to me as poetic. So we'll see if I can get around to that as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my best here with Ngondro. So in order to do this, I'd like us to do the preliminary setup of motivation to dance together. So we get our bodies aligned, we get our spirits aligned together. So we'll do refuge and bodhicitta and go directly into, no, excuse me, we'll do motivation and then go directly into refuge and bodhicitta. So Miri, if you can get ready to turn that on, I'm going to go in the other room and dance with her.
I am here to manifest the wisdom that rises.
I invoke the presence of the lineage of teachers. I invoke the presence of the enlightened ones. I invoke the presence of their teachings. I invoke the presence of the community of practitioners. I am inspired by the lineage of teachers. I am inspired by the enlightened ones. I am inspired by their teachings. I am inspired by the community of practitioners. My path is supported by the lineage of teachers. My path is supported by the enlightened ones. My path is supported by their teachings. My path is supported by the community of practitioners. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I go for refuge to the three jewels. I will attain enlightenment. For the sake of all beings. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I go for refuge to the three jewels. I will attain enlightenment. For the sake of all beings. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I go for refuge to the three jewels. I will attain enlightenment. For the sake of all beings. Ngondro, basically, what it literally means is that which goes before, or the foundation. The foundation of engaging in these transformative practices requires us to have a deep understanding of what it is that we're doing. And this is all sort of spelled out in the ordinary preliminaries. So when we are studying Ngondro and practicing Ngondro, they must be always brought in before we engage in any of the other practices in this design of accumulation. So I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. Now, I know some of you have memorized these. I know some of you have the text. By the way, I just want to make it clear, I'm happy to share Ngondro with anyone who seriously wants to do this practice, because this is going to require a connection between the two of us. And in order to do that, I will guide you first on these preliminaries, the ordinary preliminaries, on how to contemplate them and work with them in preparation for engaging in the extraordinary practices of doing the um, prostrations, Vajrasattva, the mandala offering, and the Guru Yoga, with Tara as our Guru. So please engage with me as fully as possible. Now, one of the things that I took note of in this practice of Lama Yeshe's, this book that I was just describing to you, is that when we engage in certain kinds of visualizations, the energy within our body, within the different chakras, within the different nadis, the way the energy moves through the body, it is drawn into the central channel. When it is fully engaged in the central channel, deep insight arises. So this is going to occur naturally, whether we think about it consciously or whether we simply engage. This is why we have such powerful experiences with the dance, even if we don't know these particular details of what's going on. In other words, we don't have to know that this is going to strengthen the arm, but whether we do it or not, whether we know it consciously or not, nonetheless, this activity will strengthen the muscles of the arm. So in this way, the activity of putting the prayers, the visualizations together with the movement causes the energy to come into the central channel, and there deep insight arises. So let's see what happens as we engage in this practice together. So please sit as much as comfortable with your back straight, and you can keep your eyes closed if you wish. That it's not necessary. I'm going to ask you to please put the picture of Tara on the screen. Ah, there we go. Okay, excellent. So please repeat after me, everyone. Glorious and precious Tara, who sits on a lotus moon before us and within us. Having taken us as your student, please help us to realize the body, speech, and mind of awakening. Mother Tara, who pervades all the Buddha lineages in many forms. You are peaceful as white Tara. You are powerful as Vajrayogini. You are fierce as Dukar and Nairatmya. Your splendor of existence and tranquility inspires us. You are the essence of all those who carry out all forms of Buddha activity. We, the yoginis, respectfully praise you. May we be protected by your unceasing compassion. A great stream of blessings flows from this precious Tara lineage. Happy are those who enter this path. May we be diligent and not distracted. In the spirit of generosity, in the spirit of gratitude, the precious human body is free and well endowed. We meditate on this precious human existence. It is free from the unfavorable conditions and well endowed with the opportunities. It is difficult to obtain and easily destroyed. From now on, we must make use of it. Secondly, the world and all it contains is impermanent. The life of beings is as fragile as a bubble of water. The time of death is uncertain, and when dead, our body will be nothing but a corpse. At that time, only Dharma is of benefit. Let us practice diligently. Karma, cause and effect. Thirdly, at the time of our death, we may not obtain freedom if our previous actions take control of us. Let us therefore abandon harmful actions. Let us use our time to carry out beneficial actions. Let us daily examine the stream of our being. May I not hurt but help. May I not take but give. May I not be immoral sexually, but always consider others. May I not promote discord, but harmony. May I not lie, but tell the truth. May I not speak idly, but purposefully. May I not speak aggressively, but kindly. May I not harbor negative thoughts, but positive, helpful, encouraging thoughts. May I not covet the position or possessions of another. May I rejoice in the virtues, merits, and achievements of all beings. May I not hold incorrect views about the Dharma, but may I seek the truth. And when I know the truth, may I live by the truth. May I root out the 6 poisons. Where there is hatred, let me sow love and compassion, greed, generosity, ignorance, wisdom, desire, equanimity, jealousy, rejoicing, and arrogance, humility. May I instill the 6 perfections: generosity, skillful means, patience, perseverance, meditative absorption, and prajna, penetrating insight. The unsatisfactoriness of conditioned existence. Lastly, may I see that all places, friends, joys, and possessions in this cycle of existence continually torment us because of the 3 kinds of suffering. Having cut off all attachment, let us diligently accomplish enlightenment. Okay, so we've just completed the ordinary preliminaries. They require, you must really get to be very comfortable with them so that you can chant them to yourself at the drop of a hat, because this is going to constantly reorient you. Whatever obsessions life tends to grab a hold, don't worry about them. Don't concern. Remember these 4 thoughts, that this is just a test. This is your opportunity to develop a strategy of working within all of the circumstances of life to bless and empower, to stimulate your inner wisdom and help you to rest in loving compassion. Now, the extraordinary practices. We start with refuge, and please again repeat after me. In order that we become suitable receptacles for Dharma, and that all our actions lead us on the path to enlightenment. Recite. In front of us, in the middle of a lake, a magnificent lotus flower. There in beauty and glory sits Mother Buddha Goddess Tara, surrounded by the 21 Taras. In the sky around them are Buddhas, Idams, Dharma teachers, Dharma texts, Dakinis, and protectors. Myself and all sentient beings standing on the grassy shore. Together we go for refuge and develop the thought of enlightenment. Now, if you would like to do prostrations, you can follow the text. You can follow me as I read the text. You can stand up. As we place our hands on our head, we sweep away all negative actions and obscurations associated with the body and receive the blessings of an enlightened body. So continue to repeat after me if you can. When we place our hands on our throat, we sweep away all negative actions and obscurations associated with speech and receive the blessings of enlightened speech. When we place our hands on our heart, we sweep away negative actions and obscurations of the mind and receive the blessings of enlightened mind. When we touch the ground with the 5 points of our body, we cleanse the 5 poisons and receive the blessings of the 5 wisdoms. Now, if you want to do another prostration, you can also do your prostration bending at the waist without going down or coming down onto your knees, without going down with your whole body. But this time, repeat after me as you do body, speech, and mind, as you do forehead, throat, and heart. Venerable Tara, Mother Protector, Teacher, Friend, and Guide, in you I take refuge. I will attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. So now one more prostration, we'll just do 3. When we place our hands on our head, we sweep away all negative actions and obscurations associated with the body and receive the blessings of an enlightened body. When we place our hands on our throat, we sweep away all negative actions and obscurations associated with speech and receive the blessings of enlightened speech. When we put our hands on our heart, we sweep away negative actions and obscurations of the mind and receive the blessings of enlightened mind. When we touch the ground with the 5 points of our body, we cleanse the 5 poisons and receive the blessings of the 5 wisdoms. Venerable Tara, as you stand, just repeat this. Venerable Tara, Mother Protector, Teacher, Friend, and Guide. In you I take refuge. I will attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. So now you can sit in your meditative posture and continue repeating after me. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I will go for refuge to Divine Mother Tara, the teachings of the Dharma, and the Sangha of support. Now my life is fruitful. I have obtained the most excellent human existence. I am part of a lineage of awakening. All beings to share in the fruits of my practice. May the precious thought of enlightenment continually arise within us. May it increase more and more without being separated from the thought of enlightenment. We strive to live a life of wisdom and compassion. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings dwell in bliss, free from all suffering. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and free from aversion. Now let's say that whole prayer together. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings dwell in bliss, free from all suffering. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment, free from aversion. One more time. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings dwell in bliss, free from all suffering. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and free from aversion. Now, again, reinstate the image, the beautiful image of Tara in front of you in the middle of a lake, surrounded by the 21 Taras, the Buddhas, the Idams, the Dharma teachers, etc. All of the sentient beings of the universe are standing around us. They've all made prostrations with us. So we imagine that all of these objects of refuge dissolve into light and merge with us. The second extraordinary practice is the Vajrasattva mantra. Again, I want you to go along, but this time, Miri, I would like you to demonstrate the movement. So I want you to be spotlighted. So now we start, everyone, by establishing the visualization as strongly as possible. So Miri will bring up a picture, but you try to visualize this on top of your head and continue to go back as much as possible to that. And we all think, just repeat after me. In order to realize our highest potential, the enlightened mind, we establish our strong intention to be of loving service, fostering compassionate understanding, cultivating the wisdom of seeing all as interconnected, dancing atoms, flowing in joy. Okay. How are we? There we go. Excellent. Oh, goodness, I have such wonderful support. I always spring these. I just didn't prime her on this one. Here we go, everyone. Above our heads, a lotus of rare beauty blooms. I want you to repeat after me. So let's do that again. Above our head, a lotus of rare beauty blooms. In its heart, a full moon rests. There in beauty and glory sits Vajrasattva, the immutable truth of existence. His body is glowing white and flashing with ornaments of joyous mastery. His beautiful face is shining. His right hand holds a vajra, the masculine thunderbolt of compassion. His left hand holds a bell, the feminine melody of wisdom. Rays of light emanate from his heart, inviting countless light beings, teachers of wisdom, all enlightened energies. They melt into him. We open to him as our refuge. We reveal all our obstacles, our pettiness, our confusion, the harm we have done others, our quarrels, our pain. We look at the world and all the endless problems beings perpetuate through their ignorance. We ask that all of this be purified. In Vajrasattva's heart center, in the midst of a snowy moon, the syllable hung arises. The 100 syllables of his mantra revolve about the hung and emanate crystal light. The light fills his body. He stretches his right foot out and touches the top of our head with his big toe. The light pours into our body, purifying, bathing, blessing, filling every cell with light, washing away all our pain, all our resistance, all disturbance, all disease, purifying all our connections, all our relations. As the light fills our body, disturbances leave us, falling to the earth, fertile earth for the flowering of wisdom. So now, Miri, I would like you to demonstrate the movement as we go through the mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Enopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayacha Sarvakarma Susame Chittam Sriyam Puruhum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajri Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva. Okay, so now I'll do it so you can all repeat after me. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manu Palaya Vajra Sattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayacha Sarva Karma Susang Me Chitam Shri Ang Kuru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Muncha Vajri Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ah. Now, this next, I want you to meditate and renew your visualization of Vajrasattva above your head. The crystal light pours into our body. It touches our old destructive habit patterns. It dissolves our thoughtless, compulsive reactions, our anger, our impatience, our arrogance, our despair. It dissolves our greed, our tendency to judge others, our grasping and confusion. The light pours into us, freeing us, opening us. Difficult and challenging relationships are cleansed by the light. We let go in freedom and in joy. The light pours into us. Our bodies are clear, radiant, crystals. We emanate the light of purity, wisdom, compassion. The rays of light touch the beings close to us, filling them, purifying them, freeing them. The light radiates out from us, concentric waves of pure crystal light, touching every person, every animal, every sentient being in our community, blessing them with the light of wisdom and compassion. The light pours into us from the radiant Vajrasattva above us. Beams of crystal light from our purified body radiate out into the surrounding countryside, pulsing through the continents and oceans of the world, embracing the entire earth, blessing the birds of the air, the creatures in the sea, purifying all communities, countries, peoples of hatred and greed, of fear and ignorance, the radiant light of purity, of wisdom and compassion. Now continue with that visualization as you say the mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manu Balaya Vajra Sattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supakayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayacha Sarva Karma Suchan Me Chitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajra Mame Muncha Vajri Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ah. Repeat after me. Our bodies are pure, radiant crystal light. Vajrasattva, the immutable truth of existence, assures us that we are free. He blesses us that we remain steadfast in our commitment to manifest the enlightened mind of wisdom and compassion, seeing all is interconnected, dancing atoms, flowing in joy. Vajrasattva, the immutable truth of existence, melts into us. We are inseparably one. Okay, thank you, everyone. So that is the second extraordinary practice, which we do 100,000 times. It's an extraordinarily powerful practice. And I recommend it even if you're not doing Ngondro. I recommend it whenever you feel congested about some form of relationship with someone or some situation, so that you just simply let go. The act of purification helps us to realize the radiant light body that we are. So now we're going to go on to the third extraordinary practice, which is not as common as Vajrasattva when I give transmission, but I think it is so extraordinarily powerful. Vajrasattva helps us to let go. The mandala offering helps us to realize how rich our life is. It's so incredibly rich. It's not about the physical things that we own. It's about this universe that we inhabit and how precious it is. And that if we energetically give it away, that this increases our understanding. So now I'm going to try to demonstrate a little bit of this. So this is a mandala plate. And yes, you need to get one of these if you're going to do this practice. Although I had a lovely woman in Nepal make one out of cardboard covered with a beautiful fabric. Okay, so you can make one yourself, like I say, or we can help you through one of the Dharma centers to order one. You can probably order one online. Anyway, this is the base of it. Then there are 3 rings. Okay, yep, this is going to be fun. Okay, then there are 3 rings. And there is a top. Now, in the Ngondro practice of the mandala offering, there are 2 different practices that occur. The first one, we build the whole mandala up. So I'm going to set this up. Another thing that you need is to get a substantial piece of cloth because you're going to fill it. Now, I like using semi-precious stones. You can buy them all over the place. Okay, so this shows you the stones that I've collected, or that Meady's collected. These are Meady's. Mine are somewhere in my, oops, now this should be interesting. Some of them are escaping me. Okay. All right, so now, if you can do this mudra, all right? This mudra represents the mandala offering, okay? You can also do this together with your mala, which I don't see any of. Oh, here's a mala. Okay, so you place it in your hands like this. And then, okay, so thumb to pinky, middle fingers back to back. The other two fingers grasp each other. Okay, so this you can also do during a mandala offering, but not with your practice. With your practice of Ngondro, you're going to actually use the plate. But since all of you folks out there don't have your plate, when I start to offer the mandala, this is what you can do. Okay. So, imagine all of your sources of refuge with their lineages reaching back into endless time. So now really take a moment, because this I found to be really powerful. To imagine all of my teachers, and I would go through them, Kala Rinpoche, Sita Rinpoche, the Karmapa, whoever was my teachers at the time when I was doing Ngondro, but especially Sito and Kala and Lama Tenzin. And I would imagine them, and I would imagine them receiving this gift, receiving the overflowing of my gratitude and my wish of abundance for them. So the mandala plate and all, even though it's sort of just stuff, but my feeling, everything glowed with this tremendous golden light. And it kept going out to them. It was tremendous. And I could feel it coming back to me as a blessing, especially at the end of the prayer. So we start there, imagining all of our sources of refuge. You can repeat after me. Imagining all of my sources of refuge, their lineages, reaching back into endless time, a vast array of light. These beings are before me as I chant. In the sky in front of me are all the rare and precious jewels, our sources of refuge. I'm going to take these grains of life. Now, when I first did my first mandala, I used white rice. The second group of mandalas that I did, I dyed my rice into these are the 5 wisdom colors. That was fun. The third time I gathered a thing, I used barley. That was from Chagdituku. It was really wonderful. Then I decided, it attracted a lot of animals. So the stones really worked better for me. Okay. So we take in hand the offering mandala. Here we go. And we put some of these things on it, right? Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going around the mandala clockwise to purify it, right? So it purifies. And then I'm going to go counterclockwise. Okay. So, and then I'm going to take and read the text to you. I've taken some grains with my right hand. I put it on the base, wiping clockwise 3 times. The grain falls away, and we visualize that we're purifying incorrect motivation. And we chant the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva. So let's do that together. Om Vadadavasamaya Manupalaya Vadadavatena Patito Grida Meboa Sitakaya Meboa Subakaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sarvasiddhi Meberacha Sarvakama Susame Chitam Sriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatatagata Vajramami Munchi Vajribhavama Samaya Sattva. Ah, okay, that's the first movement. Then we're going to wipe counterclockwise 3 times, and again with the grains, and visualize that we are receiving great blessings from this merit field to open our mind to offer the mandala from our heart. Okay, so we have purified with Vajrasattva again, but now we are accumulating. So feel the energy come back at us. We do 1, 2, 3. So now filled with joy, with power, and my my jewels are rolling off onto the floor. What fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, so good that I'm not worried about being ridiculous. Okay. So now we start with the various offerings, and because whoopee, you can hear the jewels. We're spreading the jewels. Okay. So first, yes, it's what? Yeah, it's okay. It's we'll clean it up afterwards, Minnie, I promise.
I have a picture of you with them on the.
Oh, yeah, no, that's okay. Okay. So, Om Benza Bumia Hum. I only know this in Tibetan. So I'm going to read it to you in English because that'll help you. So we start by placing on the flat. The base is the foundation of gold, powerful and pure. Okay. Then we do one circular with the, we put the first on. So it's a ring of mountains. Then there are, in the center is Mount Sumeru. You can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. Then we have the four continents, now the four directions. Then we have the four subcontinents. Actually, it's the 8 subcontinents. Bhutan Lupa, Kaya Kaya Chin, Yujin Chujami and Rami and Sida. Then we have Rinpoche Riwo, which is this precious mountain. Baksam Singh Dojabana Mamutelu. So let's find the translation of this for you. Done the 8, there we go. The precious mountain, the wish-granting tree, the wish-fulfilling cow, and the grain that needs no toil. Then we're going to put the precious wheel, the precious jewel, the precious queen, the precious minister. So all of these are the gifts that one would give a king or queen. So we imagine royalty. We're bestowing royalty with all of the gifts that we have. The precious elephant, the precious horse, the precious general, the great treasure vase, the goddess of beauty, the goddess of garlands, the goddess of songs, the goddess of dance, the goddess of flowers, the goddess of incense, the goddess of light, the goddess of perfume, the sun, the moon, the precious parasol, the banner of victory in all directions. In the center, the most perfect riches of gods and human. Okay, so while I do this, you assume your mudra. Okay. Dojuba, Mamba Pelo do Tolorim Buche, Noburim Buche, Sumarim, Lamparim She, Lamparim Vitachi, Mapim, Duchibumba, Gemma Tanguma, Luma, Karma, Mektava, Muk Tuko, Mama, Toma, Zima, Nima, Dawa, Rimpoche, Duk, Chokbe number, Yawa Gels, and Usu Fadame, Fajipus, and Tamu, Rapjan Ratsa Duke, Danga de Kude, Lama Idam, Sanga Chancha, Semba Bawa Kondatan, so. So such a condition will found there of the Yokonama signature partial. Okay, so I've gotten 2 levels here for dear Midi. Yep. I was not prepared for this for sure. Whoopee. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. And we put this right on top. So we are offering this beautiful, this is the representation of all of the riches of the universe. We are offering to our lineage lamas and to Tara, who's right in the center. She is the teacher of teachers. She is the one who inspires all of these beings and inspires us. So we've just offered, that is, you do one of those. Okay. So let me complete this part. We offer these limitless offerings to all of our sources of refuge. Please repeat. We offer these limitless offerings to all of our sources of refuge. Divine ones, through your compassion, please accept these offerings for the benefit of beings. Having accepted them, grant us your blessing. So I have made a diagram that you can see. I've made diagrams to show you how to place the jewels. This demonstration really didn't do much for us as far as that is concerned, but I did manage to put it together. So we have fulfilled that aspect of the practice. Now, when I hold this mandala up, chant this mantra after me, imagining that all of our sources of refuge with Tara in the center and all of the lineages filling all of space receive it with joy and pour their blessings into you. So repeat it after me. Om Mandala, Punza, Mega, Samudra, Saparana, Samaye, Ah, Om. Okay, so we've done one of those. Now, the 100,000 accumulation is done this way. You take in hand the plate. You take a handful of offerings. Holding the base in your left hand, you place the grains in the center of the plate. Okay. This base is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. Adorned with the supreme mountain that goes in the center. It's on the 4 continents. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. The sun and the moon. It's much easier with rice, I must say. Through these offerings to the Buddha fields, then you hold it up. Through these offerings to the Buddha fields, may all beings enjoy the completely pure lands. So I would say, in order to accumulate, because I just didn't use these with my 100,000, use rice that doesn't fall all over the place. So repeat after me. Sashi, Sashi, I go dear. This was where we were running out of Sashi, Sashi Perchu Chujing Ne Tok Tram. Rera Blinchi Ni De Jambadi. Sange Shingdu Mikde Puwa Yi. Droku Namdak Shingla Chipa Sho. So, and since I can't see it, I don't want you to report it after me. Okay, this was really hysterical. So please repeat the dedication prayer. We've offered this excellent and pleasing mandala. May we not encounter any obstacles on the path to enlightenment. May we realize the mind of all the transcendent Buddhas of the 3 times, not being deluded by existence, nor remaining in tranquility. May we liberate all beings, limitless as space. To the assembly of those who have completely perfected the 3 bodies, I make offerings outwardly, inwardly, secretly, and ultimately. In accepting my body, my possessions, all phenomena, grant me the supreme accomplishment. Grant me full realization. However few the virtuous actions that I've been able to accumulate are, such as prostrations, offerings, openly admitting faults, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying. I dedicate them all to the complete and perfect enlightenment. Having offered all my possessions and those of others who are limitless as space, all beings become completely filled with the two accumulations. The field of accumulation melts into light, and we become the same essence. So I'm sorry if there's been a lot of confusion, but if I'm working directly with you, I will teach you how to do this one-on-one. But it gives you some idea of what it means to do the mandala offering. Oh, this is meaty. Okay. So I think that yes, we've been at this for an hour. Thank you for your tremendous patience. And so I'm going to ask Midi to put Tara's picture back and to put the music of the morning prayer. So we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Take a little break, water in, water out, everybody. Excellent. So please repeat after me. I take refuge in Tara, who is the union of all our sources of refuge. I will attain enlightenment for the benefit of all. I take refuge in Tara, who is the union of all our sources of refuge. I will attain enlightenment for the benefit of all. I take refuge in Tara, who is the union of all our sources of refuge. I will attain enlightenment for the benefit of all. So now meditate with me and please repeat the words after me. In the space before me appears a multicolored lotus. Upon it is a moon cushion. Upon that, the love and compassion of all the enlightened ones appears as the seed syllable Tam. So now this image of Tara is going to transform into the seed syllable Tam. So Miri, if you can do that, and then we're going to go back to Tara, but I just want to show the seed syllable Tam. I know yeah, there it is. Okay. Light radiates from the Tam and transforms into the noble protectress. Now, please repeat after me. Light radiates from the Tam and transforms into the noble protectress, green Tara. Okay, so if we can go back to the image of green Tara, maybe. She sits on the lotus and moon with a luminous aura surrounding her. She is youthful. Repeat after me, please. Let's do that again. Light radiates from the Tam and transforms into the noble protectress, green Tara. She sits on the lotus and moon with a luminous aura surrounding her. Youthful and radiant, her right hand gestures complete generosity. Her left hand gives courage and assurance. She is a true source of refuge. So please, if you would all put your hands in the Namaste posture and repeat this. Om, pervading goddess, you are the true nature of all phenomena, which is like space, without location, devoid of coming and going, without the characteristics of arriving and departing, like the moon's reflection in water, you appear wherever visualized. Conqueror of the forces of negativity, glorious Tara, you appear through the power of your compassion, which is without discrimination. I bow before you, Mother. I make offerings of my body, wealth, and all things imaginable. I praise you. I reveal my confusion and ignorance, all the harmful actions previously committed. I ask for your help. Please help me to overcome the habits of greed, jealousy, anger. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings. I dedicate my merit as a cause for supreme enlightenment. I ask you to please turn the wheel of the unsurpassable sublime vehicle. I affirm that any grace I may achieve from this practice is dedicated to the well-being of all. Now, Miri, if you can put up the Omahung with Tara, that would be great. But if you can't put them together, put that up on the screen now. From Tara's third eye at the center of her forehead, a white sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of Om, shines into my third eye. So please repeat after me. From Tara's third eye, at the center of her forehead, a white sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of Om, shines into my third eye, awakening a white sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of Om in my own forehead. So Miri, go back to the image of Tara. Okay, so now we're going to chant 3 times the sacred syllable Om, feeling that from Tara's third eye, white light penetrates our third eye and awakens. It awakens. We feel our body to be completely healed and cleansed by this exchange. So, first Om. Om. White light radiating from Tara's forehead to our forehead. Feel your body to be completely healed. Now repeat after me. I feel my body to be completely healed and cleansed by this exchange. Second Om. Om. Repeat after me. Enjoying the flow of light from Tara's third eye to mine, I feel my body to be completely healed and cleansed by this exchange. One more Om together. Om. Now, from Tara's throat appears a red sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of ah. This shines into our throat, awakening a red sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of ah. So now repeat after me. Enjoying the flow of light. From Tara's throat appears a red sphere, pulsing with the sound of ah. This shines into my throat, awakening a red sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of ah. Ah. Repeat after me. This completely heals my throat chakra and all subtle energies of expression. It awakens the purity of my speech. Enjoying the flow of light from Tara's throat to my throat, I feel my energy body to be cleansed, my speech blessed and empowered. Repeat after me. From Tara's throat, a red sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of ah. This shines into my throat, awakening a red sphere of light. This completely heals my throat chakra and all subtle energies of expression and awakens the purity of my speech. Enjoying the flow of light from Tara's throat to my throat, I feel my energy body to be cleansed, my speech blessed and empowered. Repeat after me. This completely heals my throat chakra, enjoying the flow of light from Tara's throat to my throat. My energy body is cleansed, my speech blessed and empowered. From Tara's heart appears a blue sphere of light. Repeat after me. From Tara's heart appears a blue sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of Hum. This shines into my heart, awakening a blue sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of Hum. Chant with me. Repeat after me. This clears my heart mind, totally nourishing my heart chakra, totally awakening my wisdom mind, enjoying the flow of light from Tara's mind to my mind, from her heart to my heart. I feel my mind and heart cleansed, empowered. Ooh. Repeat after me. From Tara's heart, a blue sphere of light, pulsing with the sound of home. This light shines into my heart, awakening a blue sphere of light. This clears my heart and mind, totally nourishing my heart chakra, awakening my wisdom mind, enjoying the flow of light from Tara's mind to mine, from her heart to mine. My mind and heart are cleansed, fully empowered. Ooh. Now, concentrate on all three lights, activated and flowing at the same time. Repeat after me. Concentrating on all three lights, activated and flowing at the same time. The light pours into us. Great love and appreciation. Can we return to Tara's image, Miri, please? Great love and appreciation for Tara's gift of empowerment arises within us. We feel her unceasing love and limitless affection. Now, with these three lights pouring into us, we're going to chant Tara's mantra. And we're going to do it 21 times. Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare. Keep chanting Tara's mantra and imagining these three lights filling you. Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Turi Soha. So at this point, you are being asked to accumulate 1,000,000 Tara mantras, but we're going to dance the 3 meditations. Now, when you're accumulating Tara's mantra, there are a number of different meditations that you can do. So during this time, maybe if you could keep Tara's image on the screen while we do this. Well, I guess maybe some of you don't know the dance. Well, if that, yeah, that's good. Because most of you do know the dance. If you don't, then just sit and meditate. The first series, we're blessing the elements. The second series, we're making offerings, receiving blessings, and empowering each other. And the third series, we are sending our light into the world, gathering up all of the suffering, consuming it in the flames of our wisdom and compassion. And yes, you're right, Miri, we should go ahead and at least spotlight us to begin with, Min, and then you can gather the group. Oh, what a wonderful opportunity to practice patience. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Repeat after me, please. Glorious Tara, pervading all phenomena, grant me your blessing to realize the absolute, spontaneously arising knowledge. Mother Goddess, who understands the intrinsic nature of all phenomena, you whose true nature is compassion. You seduce all negative forces, invincible one, supreme guide of beings. Grant me your blessing so that I may attain perfect liberation. Grant your blessing so that uncontrived aspiration devotion may arise. Non-distraction is the body of meditation. The nature of every thought which arises is new. The essence of thought is nothing, yet arises in all forms. Grant me your blessing so that the indivisibility of samsara and nirvana be realized. Grant your blessing that my mind may give up ego clinging. Grant your blessing so that contentment may arise in my being. Grant your blessing so that non-dharmic thoughts may cease. Grant your blessings so that my own mind may be realized as unborn. I pray all beings without exception experience the undying state of permanent bliss by merging supreme knowledge and profound methods and come to realize awakened mind. By this virtue, having realized awakened mind, grant me your blessing so that I may quickly establish all beings without a single exception in this state. Through the blessing of the unchanging truth of Dharma and the unwavering aspiration of the Sangha, may this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all beings have happiness. May they be free from suffering. May they dwell in bliss, free from suffering. May they be free from attachment and hatred. Swaha. 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 Ah, the beautiful Tara dissolves into light and merges with us. Our body dissolves into our heart, where we find the syllable Tam and the mantra spinning around it. The mantra melts into the Tam. The Tam from the bottom to the top melts until there's nothing but a little dot of green, brilliant light, and the sound of Tam reverberating throughout the universe. The light gets fainter, the sound gets fainter, and completely disappears. Instantly we arise as Tara, all of us radiating our light and love into the universe. We will remember who we are. We will remember that we are Tara, and our light fulfills the promise of the world that all beings may be liberated into awakened mind. Swaha, swaha, swaha. So, my dears, that is Tara's Ngondro. And if you want to work with it, you just have to work personally with me. But I'm very happy to share it at this level with all of you right now and open for questions or comments. I would like to hear how the experience was for you.
I have something to say.
Kim,
Mhm.
wonderful. So let's see if we can get you spotlighted.
Oh, I don't need that.
In, well, it's good for me.
Well, I just simply wanted to share. You did a wonderful, wonderful job showing the tray and the grains. And I had never heard it in Tibetan, actually. I used to memorize it in English. Anyway, what I wanted to share was when we were at Sakyadhita in Yogyakarta in 2018, I think, or 2015, 9 years ago. You know, this was a big resort. It was, and we had hotel rooms, and my room was in front of this beautiful blue pool with chaise lounge chairs. And I saw Western nun um, in her red robes coming down with her tray and sitting at a poolside chair with her tray and consistently wiping the grains and reapplying them. I believe the idea is to spill the grains off and do it over and over again. So that's what
Right.
she was doing. She was doing it many, many times. And, you know, people were jumping and laughing in the blue water. And I just was so in awe. I had just learned it here at my home uh, before traveling with you. And so to see a nun come down and do it just in public, it was just, she really wanted to cleanse and purify, you know, and I got that point. She just was going to do it by the pool.
Well, she was probably engaged in her Ngondro practice. And with many of the lineages, when you commit to doing something, you have to do it every single day. It doesn't matter where you are. So wonderful. She was sustaining her commitment and
Yeah,
inspiring you at the same time. Pretty
yes,
good.
a heart connection to her because I had just learned it. Thank,
Beautiful.
thank you. It's a beautiful part of the Ngondro.
Yeah, it is. Yes, I didn't realize that when we were working with it, I was doing it on the bed, so but nothing fell off. But on the flat surface, the beads were everywhere. Oh yeah.
It's
Anyway,
very, very, very hot here. And so I noticed I was holding the grains and my hands are so wet. All the rice was sticking.
oh
So
yeah, and so it goes.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Kim. It's great to see you. See you soon. Yes, within just a couple of weeks, we'll be in Portland. I'm excited about that. Okay, so let's go back to gallery view and see if there's anyone else who's willing to share. Please wave your hand. Come on, I want to hear from you. Give me
Carrie, Carrie.
Okay, Carrie. Oh, there she is. All right. So please, Min, can you spotlight Carrie?
Oh,
Yay!
oh, thank you, thank you. Just feeling immense gratitude and how lucky we are to have these practices. And thank you so much. Yeah, it's very special to have the transmission today. It was wonderful. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel like so clumsy. It was unbelievable. And dear Mitty, she just goes right with me, she does her best to do it. And, and Min, I tell you, and so thank you. Thank you so much. It was as everyone was coming into the waiting room and coming into the space, I kept thinking, oh, thank God, these are people who know me. They know enough not to expect something slick because believe me, this is truly in keeping with the rest of my character. But anyway, so I'm glad. Hallelujah. Because uh, it was um it was powerful for me to wait for everyone to repeat after me. I thought that really it slowed the whole process down. It slowed me down, which is something I definitely need. And I thought that was very effective. And I also thought of Xenia, doing the translation, how much she would appreciate. Anyway, thank you for sharing, Carrie, and good luck with I know you're going into retreat. So I really send you all my love and blessings and gratitude. It's wonderful. And look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks too.
Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anyone else, please? Come on, I want to hear from you. I went through all this effort. You can make a little bit of effort too. Tell me, how was it? Celia, how was it for you?
Can you hear me?
There she is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. That was fantastic because I've done the mandala with the Galupa lineage, never with the English, and really it was very fast, and it was so appreciated to have that slowed down and to really understand and absorb in English. So I really appreciated that. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I wish I would have done a little better job at it. I haven't memorized the English, so it was impossible. I couldn't read the text and do the,
Yeah.
but I
Usually
have
it's
it all
so fast.
translated. And if
Yeah.
at any point you would like it, I'm happy to send it to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it's nice to see you. You do the Zoom practice almost every day.
Yeah, not so much at the moment because it's winter and it's very cold and I have to get up at 3:30 to do it
I,
because you guys start at 4. So I can't look like I've got a bedhead at 4 a.m. I have to get myself organized.
wow.
So yeah.
Well, anyway, it's always nice to see you whenever you do show up. Okay, and next, come on, I want to hear from you, ladies. I don't want to have to choose you. Come on.
Anjali has her hand.
Okay, let's hear from Anjali.
Thank you so much, Prema. I echo kind of what Carrie said. I just felt so much power in that transmission, and I kind of have had a lot of trouble in the past with the idea of accumulating practices, and I made a commitment to complete the Ngondro, but having the Tara Ngondro, I feel like this may open up a door for me. And I'm really grateful. I just wanted to say thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart. It's just, I know that you mentioned, feeling like it didn't, there were times that were awkward, but I just can tell you the power is so strong, and that that other stuff, it's kind of inconsequential. That's my experience. So.
Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate. Yeah, I do my best. No, I figure it's got to be good enough. That's what I've got. So, anyone else, please come on. Let me hear from you. All right, Kala.
I unmute. Hi, aloha, Prema. So good to see you. And I think last Zoom I had asked you about the Vajrasattva and how I am trying to put that practice into my life because I find it so beautiful. And your reading today, it was like you're speaking to me. It was like, oh my God, it was utter perfection. And especially these days when so many people are, this or that, we've got all this stuff going on, Neptune retrograde, but whatever. It feels like dipping into the ocean. And I wanted to give you that image. It feels like just dipping into the Kihei Ocean and the cleansingness and the light and the availability. It was very, very sweet. So I would like to get a copy. Are these recordings available or
Well,
notes?
what I was reading from, yes, that's available. That Bava does the singing and I read the meditation.
Okay, so if I email you, we can arrange that I can somehow get it.
Just go on the
Yeah.
Taradatu website into the
Uh-huh.
shop and do the Vajrasattva, right? Vajrasattva. It's
Uh-huh.
either one word or two, I'm not sure which. But it'll
Okay.
bring you up some options. And the option you want is Baba with Prema's meditation.
Okay, Baba. And this is the one you mentioned last month when I mentioned it. You said do something. Yeah. Okay.
The one.
Yeah. And when will you be back in the islands?
I guess, let's see, the very end of July, July 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be on Maui Miri will be with me until the middle of August. And then I will leave the beginning of September. So mostly I'll be a month, a little more than a month on Maui this
Okay.
year. Yeah. You're
All
gonna
right.
pop over? I know
Maybe.
we'll try to do a
Yeah.
couple of events. Yeah, we'll try to do a couple of
Well,
events.
I am remembering lots of weeks in August when we spent together, where
Yeah.
we had like 10 days of deliciousness on the North
We
Shore of
we
Kauai.
were so lucky. I wish I could find another place in the islands that we could do that has the same reasonable price because right now there just isn't.
Yeah, I know they doubled their fares there. All right.
Yeah, and also it just became too much work. These days our Sangha isn't young and spunky and ready to haul stuff or we need a place
Yeah,
that
a whole container full of stuff, rugs and all of that. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you
that old
so
day.
much. This was so, so good today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for
Okay.
sharing. Thank you
All
for
right.
sharing.
Aloha.
Okay. Aloha, my dear. Okay, any more hands?
Ayana.
Ayana. Oh, goody.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm in bed. I've been sick and something
Oh,
very weird. So I feel very weird because I usually up dancing and it's anyways, I'm just yeah, doing Vajrasattva, I guess, and very strange. But look, here I have a precious little Tara above me. She's just sitting out in nature minus her lotus, but I love her. Anyway, I just want to say with this particular Ngondro that we just did, is that I love the way that our mantra dance with the three concentrations. I do that mantra with the three concentrations, obviously, all the time, but as a part of the guru yoga, I thought that was very skillful and wonderful to have the focus as part of guru yoga, that the dance and so I just wanted to comment on that I thought that was a wonderful way to bring the mantra dance into the Ngondro practice. So Thank you.
Wow.
I'll see you in a
beautiful.
couple of weeks.
Yippee. I'm so grateful. I'm so
I'm
grateful.
hoping to feel better soon. It's not a very good patient. I'm always like, am I making this up? And why would I make this up? Anyways,
Ay, ay, ay.
some kind of weird food poisoning, but and just beautiful, beautiful through the with Tara as a focus. Thank you, love.
I'm so happy to see you. So may you heal quickly. Yeah. Okay, my darlings, how's that? Anyone else? Then let's complete the practice with, let's do our dedication prayer of Om Ahung together. Miri, Maestro, Om Ahung. Body, speech, and mind empowered. Throughout this radiant and abundant universe, we gather our offerings, transform them into wisdom nectar, and pour the blessing upon our world, giving everyone exactly what they need. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for coming today, for participating with so much sincerity. I'm really, really am grateful. Thank you, Xenia, for making this available to our wonderful Portuguese friends. And of course, thank you to Miri over here sitting back, doing her best to fulfill my wishes. And super big thanks to Ms. Min, wherever she is. Min, thank you so much. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, thank you, Min, for the spotlighting and just, the taking care of our waiting room. And wow, we're a team, my friends. We really are a beautiful team, a wonderful, wonderful group. A bodies, no, Sangha. Yes, in my old age, words escape me and I have to reach for them and grab them and throttle them until they tell me what I want them to be. Anyway, much love to all of you. Please go well, and hopefully I'll be able to pull this off again in a month while I'm traveling. I'll let you know. Bye for now. Bye.